Alright, today we're doing some ramp upgrades. I've had these wooden ramps for a while now for the lawnmowers, and they work pretty good. I can ride a lawnmower down it, no problem. But they're just made out of wood and they're a little bit bouncy. They'll hold, but they're a bit bouncy. So I got to thinking and looking around my scrap pile about how I can stiffen them up. And I found this old garage track that was all bent up down here, but it fit perfectly around the edge of the board, so I decided to lag it onto the side just to see how it would do, and it really stiffened this up. I mean, that'll sturdy it up quite a bit, and it's not really all that much heavier than what I've already got on here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab two more pieces of that channel and take the little wood pieces I've got on the bottom of here to stiffen it up, take those off and put on some channel, and then we'll have a set of ramps like this. Now what I could do if I wanted to make this one stronger is take some flat steel on the back and weld in here along the way, because what this channel wants to do is it wants to split right here and kind of splay out. If I had some pieces welded in here, it wouldn't do that. And I could also, to make it even stronger, throw a couple of carriage bolts through the wood onto that piece of flat steel I would have here, and that would keep it from trying to bend when you drive on it, because the board would want to kind of come apart, and if you got it bolted every so often, there's going to be less chance of it doing that. But I think for little lawnmowers that'll be just fine. And little added bonus, there's a little track here that I can ride the snowblower housing on if I got to push one of them up, or if the deck's sitting kind of lower, I got a flat tire, it can ride on that pretty easy. So that was a nice little bonus. I think if I was going to actually make them, I'd get some actual channel, but this garage stuff works pretty good. So let's see if we can find a couple more pieces and start on that one. Well, here we are at my pile of garage tracks. See, this is why I keep everything. You never know when it might come in handy, but I'm going to see if I can find a couple of pieces. Yeah, that look halfway decent. This one ain't even hardly bent. That'll work good. See if I can find another one that hopefully I don't have to cut the little rounded edges off of. Find another one and drag them back and start putting it together. Alright, found myself a couple of relatively straight pieces of track here. They should work fine. Unfortunately, these extra tab pieces are actually riveted on this one and welded on that one, so I'm going to have to cut those off. It's a little extra work. The last pair were just bolted together, so I could undo that pretty quick, but we can make these two work, and the board will fit right in there perfect. I'll have to drill some holes on this one, I think, to run the legs through, but it should work. Let's get them back to the shop and clean them up. Well, to my surprise, all these little brackets and stuff drilled out real easy. Even the welded ones, I thought I'd have a problem with that. The welds would be too hard or something, but they popped right off. So these are cleaned up. Let's go grab my other ramp. I'll get the support boards taken off of that and put these on. We should have some decently strong ramps. Alright, I've got the little support boards I had on the bottom off of there, and I've got the garage channel laid in place. It's a little bit shorter than the last one. It doesn't go quite to the end, but that'll be fine. And I've got it situated so the curved part is on the top for two reasons. One, that'll give a deck something to slide on, and the second reason is I'm thinking that I should have the angled part down here on the bottom, so when it tries to bow, it's got a lot more support. So this thing's kind of just popped on here. I'll bang it down and throw a couple lags in it, and might have to drill a couple of holes here, but not too bad. Grab some lags out of my random lag buckets and get to it. Alright, we got this rail on. I got some holes drilled in it and random lags thrown in. So now I can flip it over, get that other rail on the other side, and then it should be good. We can jump on it and see how good it is. Alright, second ramp is done. Give her a go here. Oh yeah, that's much sturdier than it was. You can get all your weight on it, and it does pretty good. Not too bad for basically 20 bucks. The only thing I paid money for was those little end pieces. Everything else on this was salvaged, so I can't beat a couple of ramps for 20 bucks. Obviously one's a 2x8 and one's a 2x10, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. I got the garage tracks for scrap. I think the lumber came from a deck or something that got torn down. The lags I had from random projects and crap just left over, so I'm happy with it. You can do anything with a little bit of money, a lot of junk, and some imagination.